Hey guys, and welcome back to the Alpha Exchange YouTube channel. I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Justin.
And thank you for joining us for another episode of Getting You Started on the Crypto Journey. So for today's episode, we're going to talk you through how to get started on a centralized exchange and get you trading. So Justin, there's a number of centralized exchanges out there. What would be some of the considerations for people just getting started in crypto?
Yeah, that's a great question, and one we get often from the community. There's two main types of centralized exchanges that we see. One for moving fiat in, so a link to your bank account, and one for doing cryptocurrency trading. And why these two differ is often rules and regulations within your own home country and what kind of types of entities your bank is allowed to interact with. The easiest often for moving fiat, that's denomination from your home country, into crypto, is to deal with an exchange that's based within your own country. So there's a number of different exchanges that these could be. If you'd like some help figuring out what's best for your specific situation, feel free to check us out on Alpha Exchange on twitch.tv. One of our correspondents will be more than happy to help you in a live setting to answer your questions. But the main reason that you want to set up one of these exchanges is to facilitate money transfers from your bank account to the crypto exchange. The downside to these smaller crypto exchanges that exist in your country is that they tend to have a small selection of coins, higher trading fees, and low volume, which means you don't necessarily get the best buy and sell price for the cryptocurrencies you're trading. The other type of crypto exchange is a trading platform. And these tend to be exchanges that have a large number of coins to select from, high trading volume, and low transaction fees.
So noting that there's these two types of trading considerations when signing up for a centralized exchange, who are some of the main players that people should consider signing up with?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Sylvia. One of the easiest ways to figure that out is if we go over to, say, a website like CoinMarketCap. So once we're on CoinMarketCap, other than just giving us information about individual coins, we can actually look at exchanges. So if we look at exchanges by volume and spot, you can see the top exchanges here. So you can see that Binance has by far the largest volume, and followed by Binance, we have Coinbase, FTX, Kraken, and KuCoin. Now, our personal recommendation for trading would be to sign up with Binance, FTX, or KuCoin, or all three. They're all good exchanges and provide different exposures to different coins and provide different trading interfaces and different fee schedules for those commissions. So today we're going to focus on signing up with Binance. So if we click on Binance here, we can then go right to the Binance website, and then Binance now prompts us for registering. So let's just click the register now button. It's going to ask me what area I live in. So I'm out from Canada. And then it's really important, if you notice here, I have this referral code. So when you sign up to an exchange, it's really important that you use a referral ID or a referral code, whether it's a referral code from the Alpha Exchange or anyone's, a friend, a family member. Be sure you use it because this saves you on fees. In this case, this will save you 10% in all trading commissions. And you cannot add these retroactively. It has to be done during sign up. So for more referral links, if you go to the Alpha Exchange Linktree, which you can find in our description below the video, you can go through the various hosts Linktree. So if you go to mine, for instance, I have my Linktree organized based on social media, services, Canadian crypto exchanges, as well as global crypto exchanges. So again, if you clicked on my Binance Global Referral link here, it'll take you to the Binance website, ask you your country of origin, and then you can see that the referral code here has already been automatically added in. So let's go through and create a new account and take you through some of these setups.
So in order to get our viewers started for this account, there are going to be a couple of different steps we'll go through. One is signing up for the exchange. There will be also a verification of getting your account validated and setting up a two-factor authentication. So in order to make this smooth and be able to guide you through this process, there's a couple of things we suggest having on hand before we get started today. So for the first step of logging in, which Justin will show you shortly, we suggest having a secure account. Please refer to one of our other videos on security for cryptocurrency, which talks about why it's so important to use a secure email address For the next step, which we will also show you in detail, which is the validation, tends to be the most challenging part for anyone entering. So we want to walk you through the different steps of what to expect. For that particular segment, we suggest that you budget about 30 minutes to 1 hour for your first login. You also need to have handy a pen and paper, a smartphone with a camera or a webcam. And we also suggest having a piece of government ID on hand, which we'll go through at that particular step of why that's important and needed. And lastly, a utility bill or bank statement, which has your address. And finally, we'll cover getting you set up with a two-factor authentication to make sure that your accounts and your identity stay safe as you enter the crypto space. So, all right, guys, let's get right into it.
So you can see now that after I've created my Binance Global account, I'm immediately asked to verify. So I have to complete intermediate verification to access services. So when I click this verify button, it's now going to prompt me to start completing the know your client steps or your KYC. So first thing is to confirm that my country of origin. So where I reside is Canada. And then I need to start doing the verification process. So it's going to ask me some personal information. It's going to ask me for some government ID, some kind of facial recognition. And it's saying the review time could be up to 10 days. So sometimes these exchanges are very quick. You can get reviewed in 20 to 45 minutes. Sometimes it's a more lengthy process. So just be prepared that it might take a little bit of time. We'd also recommend doing the additional verification and provide proof of address, which is what you need that utility bill for. You can see down below here that you get some additional features by doing the extra steps. You get higher daily withdrawal limits, as well as you have other features like getting access to debit or credit cards for doing the transaction. So let's take a look what happens going through the KYC or know your client steps to start a verified account. So when I click start now, it's going to ask for my first and last name. So my first name being Justin, my last name being Curran, my date of birth. And these are all normal questions that are asked on exchanges. It's the KYC process is as much to protect you as is to protect the exchange. So if a bad actor had somehow taken hold of your digital identity, the exchange wants to make sure that they're not trying to use your information to buy crypto and move those funds out of the country or do something nefarious with it. So it's both to protect you and to protect the exchange as well from any sort of legal action. So the next thing it's going to want me for is for government issued ID. Again, it can be a driver's license, a passport, or something kind of other card like a medical service card or any kind of picture ID from the government. Choose whatever you feel most appropriate for yourself. And again, you're going to need to take a picture of both the front and the back. Now, I already have these documents available to me. So these are just placeholder documents. I didn't upload real ones, but you'll need to either capture it with a camera. So either take an image with you holding it in front of your webcam or use your smartphone to take them. Again, if your device doesn't have a camera, you can always click down below here and it'll ask you to use your smartphone to complete these steps. So there's multiple options here if you're doing this on a computer without the necessary pictures. So the next thing it's going to want you to do is to take a selfie. So this is to verify that you are who you say you are, so that in the moment they can take a picture of you sitting at your computer. Often exchanges may also ask you to take a piece of paper and to write a security code on the piece of paper and hold it up with your identification you use to verify, so they can confirm that you are who you say you are and that, again, your account hasn't been stolen by some kind of bad actor. So again, once you go through this steps, you'll be able to complete the KYC process and your identity can be verified. Again, so my portrait was not valid for facial verification because I didn't actually take one of my face. Once this process is done though, you'll be done the first part of KYC or know your client, and then you'll be able to actually access features on the Binance website.
The reason it's been so key to introduce you to these steps is because these are what's known as common barriers to entry in the crypto space. A number of our new viewers and folks looking to get into crypto may find it personally strange that some of these places are looking for personal information like a license or other government documentation. But again, that's why we're doing this video, to show you guys how to get on there and that it's safe, because a lot of these things, without the explanation of why we're doing them and why you've taken those steps, may seem intimidating, and a lot of people will be discouraged for pursuing it.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Sylvia. These steps also tend to provide a bit of anxiety with people. They bring up thoughts of identity theft. These exchanges, maybe they don't realize that they're trustworthy, or what they might do with your personal data. But these are all reasons why there's still so much availability to make gains in the crypto market, because this deters the vast majority of people. And then once they've hit this first barrier, they'll just give up and walk away, or say they'll do it at a later date and then never get around to it and forget. There's so many people in the space that, 2, 4, 6, 8 years ago wanted to get into crypto, and they encountered some type of barrier to entry and then just gave up and walked away from the whole process.
And now that we've gotten you set up with the verification, there's one final step to make sure that your account stays secure, and that's setting up your two-factor authentication as well as your multiple factor authentication.
Yeah, so on the Binance website, so if we go to the Binance homepage, if we go to the Binance homepage, in general on these websites, they're all laid out more or less the same, where on the top right corner, you'll have access to your wallets, as well as you'll have some type of client login page or client details. And then on the left-hand side, you'll have access to specific parts for the trading platform, buying cryptocurrencies, trading markets, different types of options available to you. So if we go underneath the user information side here, and if we go to security, so the security page here is where you're going to want to set up things like your phone number verification, email address verification, and your Google Authenticator. So the Google Authenticator app is what Binance uses. So if you enable this, you'll then be prompted to use the Google Authenticator to actually pair your phone. So this special QR code here, or this alphanumeric code, pairs with your phone to create that atomic code that's refreshed once a minute. And this is how you actually protect yourself from someone getting access to your account without physically having access to your phone. So we strongly suggest that you set up multiple security steps. So set up the Google Authenticator, set up phone number verification, and set up email verification. One additional step to even further secure your account would be to have a physical security key, like a YubiKey. If you'd like information on any of these steps, see our previous video about digital hygiene and why these are all really important to help secure your digital identity.
And there you have it, guys. That's it for today. We've gotten you set up started on Binance, and make sure that you're entering the crypto space safely. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and drop us a comment down below. Don't forget, we're also streaming live on Twitch TV at /Alpha Exchange, where you can come and interact with us if you have any questions. And lastly, we would love to hear from you about how you're securing your account, or also how your experience with getting secured using this video was. So please don't hesitate to contact us. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, be sure to check out the description below the video there to follow us on all our socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and be sure to sign up for Discord and join the family.
Until next time.
Peace.